Good morning, friends. Today we are going to cover the concepts of agents and environments, and we will try to understand the important terms into this system. Before going into the agents and environment, let us go through quickly the what are the various AI applications where AI can work nowadays. AI can be useful in healthcare industry, automobile industry, finance, surveillance means monitoring of the areas, patrolling, social media. I gave you the example in the previous lecture of YouTube, that is Netflix company. Yeah, YouTube shows you the recommendations whenever you are watching certain videos. Then entertainment industry also uses AI nowadays. In education industry, space exploration, you can take the example of NASA Mars mission. They used the AI for exploration of space. Then gaming industry, I gave you the example of the IBM industry, IBM company, that they developed a AI machine or AI agent who defeated the world champion of 1995. Robotics in many robots has been developed by various companies. They can do the intended task. Those robots are also based on the AI fundamentals. In agriculture also nowadays, in few countries, western countries, artificial intelligence is used, for example in the weather forecasting, etc. In the e-commerce also AI is useful. So if you want to explore what are the various typical applications in those areas, you need to only Google. For example, I want to find out what are the AI applications in education, then I can Google it. I will find out various applications in the world in which AI is used in education domain. So likewise, you can find out AI applications in all those areas. Important areas where AI is utilized. Here, this particular diagram shows you few important topics which are based on AI, or you can say these are the branches of artificial intelligence. For example, many times you hear that there is a course on machine learning, there is a workshop on machine learning, there is a workshop on NLP, or there is a tutorial on expert system, vision, robotics. All these comes under artificial intelligence. In short, we can say that these are the branches of AI. Okay. Now let us come to our today's topic, agents and environments. So what exactly agent is, which already we have covered, agent means what, but let us come to the few points which I have noted down in these slides. Agent can be anything. Agent can be anything that perceive its environment through sensors and act upon the environment through actuator. That means agent takes the measurements from the environment around it, and based on the measurements and the fed program, it takes the action so that the environment around that agent will changes, okay, according to its intention. So agent can be anything that perceive its environment. Perceive means uh, understand. Agent can be anything that perceive its understand its environment through sensors and act upon that environment through actuators. So whenever you are learning or studying the fundamentals of artificial intelligence, and whenever you hear the word agent, you have to assume, or you have to take the example of human being. Whatever human being can perform, according to that you have to think of these definitions. For example, human being has eyes, various sensory organs such as eyes are there, ears are there, nose is there, then test buds are there. Okay, with the help of these are acting as a sensors for human beings. With the help of these sensory organs, human being perceive its environment around it. That means human being understand the environment around it, and based on the perception, based on the measurements, based on these sensor measurements, human being perform the actions with the help of hands, with the help of legs, okay, with the help of voice. Okay, that means again whatever voice you are going to throw out it goes into the environment. Whatever, for example, you are moving, you are walking, that means you are walking into the environment, thereby the environment changes. You are picking up some objects from the environment and you are putting it somewhere else, that means you are acting on the environment. Similarly, we want agent to do all these tasks, and therefore we should have some sensors for the agent, we should have some effectors for the agent. Sensors means just like human beings, agent must also have some sensors in order to understand the environment, and just like human being, agent must also have hands and legs, that means effectors, those are called as effectors, okay, or actuators. So agent can be anything that perceive its environment through sensors and act upon that environment through actuators. Actuators means effectors, just like legs and hands or voice. An agent runs continuously in the cycle of perceiving, thinking and acting, just like human being. Human being perceive the environment, think on what action to do, what action to take, and then act, then execute that action. So just like that, what human being goes into this cycle continuously during its life, similarly agent should also go into this cycle, perceiving, thinking, acting, perceiving, thinking, acting. So agent is like that. Agent can be human agent, it can be robotic agent, it can be software agent. For example, I noted here human agent has eyes, ears and other organs which work as a sensors, and hand, legs, vocal tract works as actuators, so that environment can be changed. Okay. Robotic agent, for example, robot agent can have cameras, infrared range finders, sensors as sensors, and various types of motors as actuators. Okay, robotic agent can have cameras, infrared range finders as sensors, and various motors for taking actions. For then, third type of agent can be software agent. Software agent can have keystrokes, file contents as sensory input. That means, for example, your computer, if you take the example of computer, your keyboard will act as a sensor for your CPU. Okay, and your display can act as a actuator. That means with the help of display, your computer speaks with you. With the help of keyboard, you can speak with computer. With the help of display, computer speaks with you. Okay, so this computer can be a software agent. Okay, so it is acting intelligently, so it is a agent. Then the important terms. So sensor, I just explained in the previous. Sensor is a device which detects the change in the environment and sends that information to the corresponding agent or electronic device. Agent observe its environment through sensors. This is what you have to remember always. Actuators means what? Actuators are the components of machines that converts energy into motion. That means it does some actions. For example, actuator can be electric motor, gears, rails, etc. Okay. And effector means what? Effector are the devices which affect the environment. It can be legs, wheels, finders, wings, fins, display screen. For example, here one diagram is mentioned. It tells you the whole story of agent and environment. Here one agent is shown which has some legs, hands, eyes, etc. and which takes the inputs. It takes the inputs means percepts. Percept means measurements. It takes the measurements. The arrow shows the measurements goes from environment to the agent, and based on the percepts, the agent takes the actions with the help of his hands and eyes, hands and legs. That means it takes the action so that the environment and these actions is performed in environment. Therefore, environment changes. Okay. So this is the whole scenario of agent and environment. This agent can be This agent can be human being, it can be a robotic agent, it can be a machine, it can be a software program or software agent. Okay. And environment means what? Environment is anything which is around that agent, where the agent works. Where the agent works. For example, I am working in this particular room, then this room is nothing but an environment for me. Okay. These are some important terms which you need to remember in order to study the AI fundamental. Percept sequence, agent function, agent program. What is percept? Percept is agent's perceptual inputs at any given instant. How the agent can get the percept? With the help of sensors. Okay, so percept is very important. Percept sequence means one by one measurements are coming to the agent through the environment with the help of sensors. That sequence is nothing but percept sequence. That means it is a complete history of everything the agent has ever perceived up till now. What agent has received up till now from some time instance, that is called as percept sequence. Percept, and many times we use the word percept history. What is the percept history for the agent? Based on that history, the agent takes the action. In general, agent's choice of action at any given instant can depends on entire percept history or percept sequence observed to date, till date. Okay, up till now. Agent function. Now agent function means what? It is a function that maps any given percept sequence to an action by agent. That means, for example, there are 4 percept sequences. Okay, first percept sequence from t equal to 0 to t equal to 10 second, then from t equal to 11 to t equal to 20, t equal to 21 to t equal to 30, and t equal to 31 to 40. So 4 percept sequence suppose we are having, and these 4 percept sequences are different. Okay, then for these 4 percept different sequences, we have 4 different actions. That means agent should take 4 different types of actions for these 4 different types of percept sequences. So what is the role of agent function? Agent function is just like a table. First column is percept sequence and second column is course of action or action. Okay, for first percept sequence, this is my action. For second percept sequence, this is the action of agent. Third percept sequence, a different action is there. For fourth percept sequence, another action is there. So this is a mapping. Mapping means for what percept sequence, what actions to take. Okay, so agent function is nothing but this particular table. So it is a function that maps any given percept sequence to an action by an agent. It is basically a table which consists of sets of percept sequences and their corresponding actions. So what exactly this agent function is? It is an external characterization of agent. That means what agent should do externally to the environment. It depends on agent function, because agent function is a table and table gives you the idea for what sequence, what actions to take. Okay, so it gives you the idea what an agent can do to the external environment. That is why it is a external characterization of agent. So agent function is very important for agent. Okay, without agent function, agent cannot do anything, because it must have some agent function. It must have some table which contains percept sequence and course of action. So it is the external characterization of agent. Agent program is agent function. Agent program is agent function is implemented by agent program. Okay, so agent function is just a table, but the agent cannot understand this table. We can understand this table. Human being can understand this table, but agent cannot understand this table. In order to do that, we should write a program of this particular agent function. So agent function is a program. Agent function is implemented by the agent program. it is a mathematical description running on the agent architecture. For example, if you want to add two numbers with the help of C language program, C program, then you will do some calculation on the paper. For example, 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 100 by plus 10 is minus 90, likewise. Okay. Whatever you do the rough calculation, whatever logic you write on the paper on a rough basis, once you are confirmed that logic is okay, then what you do, you start writing the C program on the PC. Okay, that means the agent function is nothing but what you wrote on that paper, and agent program is what? Agent program means what? Whatever program you wrote in order to implement that logic. Okay, based on that program, then the computer program will perform the output. It gives you the output. For whatever any input, for any two variables, it gives you the addition of two numbers. So you understood, agent function is a table. It is an external characterization of agent, what agent should do in the environment, and program is what? Program is fed inside that agent, so that is why it is an internal characterization of agent. Agent program implement the agent function, that means logic, or it implements that table so that the agent can perform the actions. So you have to remember these four terms: percept sequence, agent function, and agent program. So what exactly the structure of agent then is? Here in the previous slide we have seen that agent function is the external characterization of agent and agent program is internal characterization of agent. Here we can see the structure of agent is, it consists of architecture plus agent program. Okay. The job of AI is to design agent program that implements the agent function mapping percept to action. What is the role of AI researcher or AI expert? The role of AI researcher is to design the agent program that will implement the agent functions mapping from percept to action. Thus, agent structure can be viewed as, it is nothing but architecture plus agent program. Architecture can be a machinery that agent executes on. Agent program is nothing but it is an implementation of agent function, which we just discussed in the previous slide. Architecture can be your PC, it can be a robotic car, or it can be a robot, it can be a machine with several sensors and actuators. Okay, so architecture means a physical body which is useful to take the actions. Okay, architecture is a physical body. It can be a PC, it can be a robot, it can be a machine. And program, agent program means what? It is a how you wrote that particular logic into a program, agent program. Here is one example of a very simple agent, vacuum cleaner agent. It is a vacuum cleaner world, for example, and on the screen you find there are two rooms, room A and room B. There are some dust kept in room A and room B. Currently your vacuum cleaner, suppose vacuum cleaner is your agent. Vacuum cleaner currently is in room A. So whenever there is a dust, the vacuum cleaner suck that dust. Okay, what is the job of that vacuum cleaner? It sucks the dust, and if there is no dust, then it will stay calm and goes to the next room B. If in the next room B, if there is a dust, it will again suck, otherwise it goes to the left, that means in the room A. Okay, this is the only two actions the vacuum cleaner can take. For example, this is how the vacuum cleaner we have designed with the help of AI. Suppose this you assume, then for this particular example, what could be the percept sequence, what could be the course of action? Okay, this table we have mentioned in this particular slide. This table, in short, we can say that it is an agent function. Okay, this agent function contains percept sequence and action. For this sequence, these actions to take. For example, the first percept sequence you observe on the screen is A, clean. If room A is clean, then what action vacuum cleaner should take? It should move to the right. That means in the room B. Second percept sequence possible is, suppose room A is dirty. Then in that case, what your agent should do? Your vacuum cleaner should suck that dust. So this is second percept sequence. So agent functions here, we can observe that it tabulate the course of percept sequences, all the possible percept sequences and corresponding actions. For example, third action is room B is clean. Then what the agent will do? If room is B is clean, then it should move to the left. Fourth, room B is dirty, then it will suck. The action is suck. Next percept sequence is A is clean. A is clean. Okay, means 2 times your vacuum cleaner check the room. In the both time in both the in this whole period there is no dust, therefore it moves to the right. Suppose percept sequence 2 measurements are there. First measurement is room is A is clean. Again after some time again room is checked. If it is now found dirty, then what agent should do? It will suck. Okay. Then next, if the measurements, the vacuum cleaner takes the measurements 3 times. For example, first is A, room A is clean, room A is clean, room A is clean. 3 measurements are there. Then based on the this percept sequence, automatically what the agent or vacuum cleaner should do? Obviously it should move to the right room, or it should move to the right. That means in the room number B. Last percept sequence, for example, could be like this. All these are the possibilities. Percept sequence is nothing but possibilities. What can happen, and if that happens, then what actions we want our agent to take. Okay, this is the logic. This is logic. This logic is nothing but agent function. Just it is mentioned in a table. Okay. So you hope you understood the concept of percept sequence, action, agent function, agent program and agent. All these concepts I hope that you understood. Now this intelligent agent, what is the concept of intelligent agent? It is a autonomous entity. That means it can do its own task without the help of human being. Autonomous means what? It can do its task on his own without taking any help of human being, human entity. So intelligent agent is a autonomous entity which can act upon environment using sensors and actuators for achieving goals. For example, in the previous slide, we have seen what was our goal. Our goal was to make the room clean. We don't want dust in room A as well as room B, and the vacuum cleaner should move in room A, room B, room A, room B continuously, so that there must not be any kind of dust. This was our goal in this particular example. So what is intelligent agent? The definition is, it is an autonomous entity which can act upon environment using sensors and actuators for achieving goals. An intelligent agent may learn from the environment to achieve their goals. Okay, this is the rough definition. Obviously, whatever you understood in your language also you can write this particular definition, but only you have to remember the keywords such as intelligent agent is an autonomous entity. It can take the percepts from the environment with the help of sensors, and it perform some actions with the help of actuators in order to achieve the goal. In this particular language also you can write down this definition or explain the concept of intelligent agents. There are some rules for intelligent agents or AI agent. And AI rule number 1, an AI agent must have ability to perceive the environment. Obviously it is compulsory. If the agent is not able to perceive the environment, then it cannot do any action. Obviously this rule is very, very important. Rule number 2 is observation. The observation must be used to make the decisions. If your agent is not able to take the decisions, for example, agent could not move, your vacuum cleaner could not move in the room A or room B depending upon the dust, then what is the use of that agent? Okay, so rule number 2 is observation must be used to make the decisions. Rule number 3 is decision should result in action. Okay, so rule number 3 is also important. Only decision is not useful. According to that, whatever decision agent has taken, it should perform the action. For example, agent has decided that there is no dust in room A, and the decision is, for example, to go into the room B. Okay, but until and unless it senses the dust in the room B, or sucks the if there is no dust in the room A, then what is the decision taken? It should move into the room B. Okay, decision is taken, but still it has not moved into the room B. So according to the decision, action should be taken. What action should be taken? To move into the room B. So rule number 3 is also important, and rule number 4 is the action taken by AI agent must be rational action. Rational action I explained in the previous slides. Rational means what? Good decision, good action. Good action cannot be the best all the time, but it is a good. Many times we speak that this particular decision I took, I know that this decision is not best, but it is good for all of us. This generally we speak many times. That means good decision means rational decision. Good action means rational action. The rational action is not best all the time, every time. For example, you want to save there is a question in front of you that you can save the life of either a first person or second person. Okay, so if this is the choice in front of you, then obviously you have to take the decision. Okay, for example, I may think that person 1 is more important for me than person 2. Okay, then I can take the decision that person 1 I should save, but person 2 is also little bit helpful for me, so I could not save the life of person 2. That is so what my goal was to save the life of both, but I don't have that choice. I saved only the life of person 1, so I can say that I have taken good decision, but it is not best. That means I took the rational action, but this rational action is not best for me, because I wanted saving the life of both. Okay, so this is just one example I gave you. Rational agent. So what is rational agent? An ideal rational agent is one which is capable of doing expected actions to maximize its performance measure on the basis of percept sequence and built-in knowledge base. Obviously, agent has some knowledge base. Knowledge base means percept history, and percept history, or you can say agent function. Okay, based on that agent function, based on the some knowledge, previous knowledge, historical knowledge, it takes the decision. For example, the human being is on the 4th floor, and human being already knows that if somebody jump from the 4th floor, then we cannot save our life. That means we will lose our life. Okay, based on this particular knowledge, what action human being generally take? Not to jump from the 4th floor. That means as the human being has this particular previous knowledge base, based on the previous knowledge base and based on the percept sequence, it decided not to jump from the 4th floor. Okay, so knowledge base means that. So rational agent is one which is capable of doing expected actions to maximize its performance measure based on the percept sequence and knowledge base. Next, rationality of agent depends on the following: the performance measure, which determines the degree of success; agent's percept sequence, till now what percept sequence is he received; agent's prior knowledge about the environment, that means knowledge base, what knowledge the agent has, prior knowledge, historical knowledge, past knowledge. Okay, so this is also required for rational agent to perform actions, the actions that agent can carry out. So on an average, rationality of agent depends on 4 factors: performance measure, okay, base, then age percept sequence up till now, then knowledge base, prior knowledge base or previous knowledge, and what actions. Okay, so this concept performance measure we will cover in the next few slides as well in detail. A rational agent always performs right actions. Right action may not be the best action, but it is good as compared to the other alternative actions. Right actions. Right action means the action that causes the agent to be most successful in the given percept sequence. In the given percept sequence, for that percept sequence, for the current sequence, for the current percept. What human being listened now, based on that he will take the action. Okay, the problem the agent solves is characterized by performance measure, environment, actuators and sensors. The agent can be characterized, in short, agent can be characterized with the help of these four parameters: performance measure, environment, actuators and sensors. In short, it is termed as piece. Okay, we will cover this particular piece presentation in the next slide, what exactly piece is. If you go through the next slides, you will understand what exactly piece I mean. So piece representation is like this. Piece is a type of model on which AI agent works. When we define AI agent or rational agent, then we can group its properties under piece representation model. That means whenever we design some agent for some task, we have to provide this particular piece model to our agent. For example, here is a picture of autonomous car or driverless car, we can say. For this driverless car, what could be the performance? What could be the performance parameters? Safety could be the performance parameter. Time could be the performance parameter. Legal drive, that means we should not move, we should not drive, the car should not be driven on the illegal lanes. The car should also reach to the destination. The passengers must also get the comfort. So this could be the performance parameters. Okay, environment for this particular autonomous car, what could be the environment? It could be the road, it can be other vehicles, other obstacles on moving on the road, the signs, road signs on the boards, then pedestrians, that means the walking pedestrians are always walking on the road. So the environment for this particular autonomous car can be roads, other vehicles, road signs, pedestrians. For these autonomous cars, what could be the actuators? Obviously steering could be the actuator. With the help of steering only the car can go ahead. Accelerator, brakes, horn, these are the actuators. What is the role of actuators? With the help of actuators, the agent can take the actions. And what is our agent in this example? Car is our autonomous car. Driverless car is our agent now in this particular example. For this car agent, what could be the actuators? Steering, accelerators, brakes, horns. Okay, for this particular car agents, what could be the sensors? Obviously cameras are there, GPS is there, speedometer, odometer, accelerometer, sonar, all these are required for this driverless car to reach to the destination. Okay, so I hope that you understood what exactly piece representation means or piece model is. Okay, once you provide this piece model to your AI agent, then and then only that agent can work like think like a human being or act like a human being. Okay, so again I repeat, the piece model is a type of model on which AI agent works. When we until and unless we define or until and unless we provide this piece representation to our agent, the agent cannot work. Okay, so piece representation you should provide for your agents. For example, for other agent, for example, our vacuum cleaner was there. What could be the performance parameter for our vacuum cleaner? Obviously, time is very important. Means a vacuum cleaner should suck the dust in shortest amount of time. it should our vacuum cleaner should move legally. That means it should only move to the room A and room B. It should not move to the room C. Okay. This could be the performance parameters for our vacuum cleaner. Okay. What could be the environment parameters for our vacuum cleaner? Obviously room A, room B and dust. These are the three parameters. These are the three parameters which represent the environment for vacuum cleaner. Actuators. What could be the actuators for our vacuum cleaner? For actuators, the suck sensors or the sucking entity is required for our vacuum cleaner. Okay. And what could be the sensors for our vacuum cleaner? Obviously the dust sensor could be the sensor for our vacuum cleaner. So in this way you have to remember that whatever agent you design for any task, okay, for any environment, you have to specify these four parameters. That means piece parameters. So every agent should have piece representation. So today we will stop here and we will cover the next slides in the next lectures. Thank you.